Come on. Hey, what's going on? Veloz running. No, wait, hold on. Hey, what's going on? Matthew and Rosie here. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're joining us for the...
Okay.
Ready? Look at the camera. Hey, what's going on? Stop. Today we're going to talk about goals, and if as Hey, what's going on? Veloz Running coming at you with episode 10, another marathon training update. But if you've been following us, then you know that our lives have changed drastically, especially for Rosie, because she's gone from sitting on the couch eating Cheetos, not liking to run, to running, to racing in 10 5Ks this year, to training for a marathon and getting all the way up to 12 miles in her long run, to ending up in the ER fighting for her life due to a stroke, to ending up in 12 days of intense inpatient rehab, to now at home doing much better, feeling better. But she still has goals. She still has some things she wants to accomplish. So today we're going to talk about goals, what are goals, and more specifically, what are Rosie's new goals. She went to her first follow-up, and the doctors were amazed at how far she's come along so fast. They couldn't believe that this just happened a month ago. And then she had her first outpatient rehab visit, and they were amazed and couldn't believe that how she's walking and talking and moving and just so far ahead. So we want to thank everybody for your prayers. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. We give all praise and glory to God for this. It's a miracle, and we're just so grateful for everything. Grateful for all of you for coming by and visiting, talking and calling us, texting us, bringing us food. Oh, so much food, everything, y'all. There's been so many of y'all. You know who you are, and more importantly, we know who you are. But there's too many of you to mention, and too many of you have done so much for us that we could be here all day long just talking about that. But we are so grateful for that. So
Yes.
thank you so much. But today we're going to talk about goals. Goals are important, and obviously, when we started this channel, the goal was to run a marathon. Rosie decided earlier this year. I don't know when you're watching, but it is now September of 2024. But at the beginning of this year, she decided to train for a marathon, to sign up for a marathon, and we were on pace to do that. Like I said in the intro, she was up to 12 miles, and so the goal was to get to the marathon. But obviously things have changed a little bit. So, but before we get into Rosie's specific goals, she's going to tell you what her goals are now, her new goals. I just want to talk to you about goals, specifically goals and what they are. And I think as runners, well, I think in life anyway, but I think we overcomplicate goals. And one thing about goals that's important is that we set goals that are actually obtainable, that you can actually reach. Don't set yourself up for failure when it comes to goals, especially in this case when we're trying to run, or you're setting. A lot of people say, I want to run a 5K, and then they just set this a goal that you can't obtain. I don't think it's complicated. I think we complicate things so much, and we get so caught up in the numbers with how fast and how far I got to run and how quickly I got to do it. And it doesn't have to be that complicated. When she started running, her goal, when she decided she wanted to run a marathon, my goal for her first goal was just, can we just get off the couch? How about that? Can we just, now fortunately she, like I said, she'd run races before and here and there, but she wasn't doing it consistently. She wasn't running races consistently. And so her immediate goal was, can we get off the couch and do it consistently, where it's part of our schedule during the week. That's the first goal, right? That's why I love Miss Jennifer, For the Love of Go, who her website is called IGotOffTheCouch.com, because it really is that's like the first step. Get off the couch, which is really hard. You come home from work and you sit on the couch and you don't want to get out. Yeah, I don't. And so I try to avoid getting on the couch when I come home, and just get up and get changed and dressed, and we try to go. But because it is that simple. It's hard, but it is that simple. It's not complicated. There's a lot of videos and programs and the really good ones that say, how to start running. and they're really good. I watch them all the time. But the reality is, how do you start running? Put your shoes on, go outside and start running. Put one foot in front of the other and start running. That's the hard part. It's not complicated. But sometimes we set goals that are really complicated. And for some people, it is just getting outside and doing it consistently. Can you set a goal like exercise, whatever that is for you, once a week? Set a time and a date and commit to that. Just commit to doing that, because you'll be surprised how the first week you'll do it, and then the second week something comes up, and the third week you're out. It's just so simple. Yeah. Can you commit to that? Can you commit to doing it twice? And then simple goals like, how about walking to the mailbox? All right, do that. Commit to doing that for 3 times a week. 3 times this week I'm going to walk to the mailbox instead of drive by and stop. Just little things, whatever gets you to start exercising. It doesn't have to be that complicated. With her, I just wanted to. We weren't talking about how far and how fast, and we weren't talking about times. We were just talking about going outside. Sometimes it was riding her bike. Sometimes it was while I was running, or it was going to the gym and doing some exercises. Sometimes it was elliptical. Sometimes it was a treadmill. Sometimes it was walking. While I ran, we would go to the park and I would run loops and she would walk. So it was just, the goal was just to consistently do something. Do something. Because here's what people don't realize. A lot of people say, I want to get in shape. Okay? And that's cool. I want to get in shape. I want to lose weight, whatever getting in shape means. But what people don't realize is you need to get in shape to get in shape. Because you have to be in shape to do the workouts that get you in shape and cause you to lose weight and cause you to get stronger. And a lot of people don't give themselves enough time to get in shape so they can actually start doing the workouts to get in shape. She signed up for a marathon in December of last year. We didn't start training for the marathon until like end of May and June, because for 5 months I was just trying to get her in a place to a point where she could actually train for the marathon. And so we were just running and doing things and simple goals. Like I said, just doing a lot of 5Ks, 3 miles. We knew she could do 3 miles, and sometimes she walked them, sometimes she ran them. But it was just about being consistent, working, getting off that couch, and going outside. And so we scheduled 4 times a week. We Mondays and Wednesdays, Thursdays, and then long ones on Saturday. And obviously sometimes life happens and we have to move that around. But we just committed to that. She didn't commit. Here's another tip. For anybody who hasn't run a marathon, or you're thinking about signing up for your first marathon, you don't commit to the marathon. You commit to the training. That's the commitment, to train for that marathon. A lot of people say, I can't run 26 miles, 26.2 miles. Well, that's not the goal. That's not even the issue, the 26.2. It's the 1,000 miles that you got to run before that. It's getting up when it's cold, when it's hot, when it's early, when it's late, when you're tired, when your legs hurt. That's the commitment. Can you run the 1,000 miles that gets you to the starting line of the marathon? It's not the finish line we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to the starting line. The goal was get to the starting line. And if you can get to the start, if you can get through the training and get to the starting line, then there's a really, really good chance you're going to get to that finish line. And so again, put everything in perspective. Make it as simple. It's really not easy, but as simple, as non-complicated, I should say, not complicated as possible. The goal was a marathon, but there was like 100 goals from here to there. I will say this. I know I said set obtainable goals that you can actually obtain, that you're not going to set yourself up for failure. But I do believe that you need to set goals that are bigger than you, that challenge you. Rosie, again, didn't like to run, and she set this goal that was a marathon that was way out there. I mean, she went from I don't like to run to 26 miles, and like I said, a full commitment to train. But she didn't say it was an obtainable goal because it wasn't impossible, and she knew she had a whole year to do it. Now, if she would have come to me and say, I want to run a marathon next month, and I want to run it in 3 hours, that's a little rough. That's a little tough, and that's probably setting herself up for failure. But it was a marathon. It was stretching her. It was something she'd never done. It was something she never even dreamed of doing. But we had a year to prepare, and so that we can work with. So if you're going to set a goal that's going to challenge you, but make sure that it's possible, and make sure that you're willing to commit to what it takes to complete the goal. Yeah, because that's really what it is. Are you willing to do what it takes to accomplish the goal? That's where you really have to think about and get and commit to, like I said. So here we are. Rosie has new goals. We have new goals. Okay, but this is how simple we've gotten. And yes, the marathon is still the goal, but it's just pushed out a little bit further because we have a lot of new goals that are now in front of us, in front of Rosie, that we're trying to accomplish. And so check this out. So here we go. What is your and these are not in any specific order. So new goal. What is a new goal that you have?
To put a ponytail on.
To put a ponytail. See how simple life has gotten for us. Ponytail. Why?
Ponytail. I can't get my hand up to the top of my head.
Okay. See, and you see again, for those of you that when she had the stroke, she has lost a little bit of strength in her hand. She's gained a lot of it back. Again, with her hand, her left side, her walking, her balance, and then a little bit of speech. Okay, that's why I'm doing most of the talking. She is going to talk, but it's still a little bit of a challenge. And so a pony, think about that. We've gone from 12 miles. Her next goal 2 weeks later, we were going to do 14 miles, and now her goal is to do a ponytail.
Small. Yeah.
Right? This how simple and that's the goal. I'm helping with the ponytails right now. I'm doing a little bit better. I've had a lot of practice. Am I doing okay?
You're better. Yes.
I still haven't got it down. It takes me a little bit. I think about it, but that is her goal, to do her own ponytail. She's tried and tried and tried, and she can get it.
I do it daily to see if I can get it done. And at least I'm trying.
And she is. She tries every day, and she kind of gets it done, but not where she wants it to be. Not where she wants it to be. But that's the goal. That's the goal right there. Got any tips or if anyone's ever gone through this, if you're out there listening, or if you're a therapist or whatever, hey, we'll take any advice. Anybody, we'll take any. Help me. I'll take all the advice that you can give me. Okay, what's another goal that you have?
To put my contacts on.
Contacts.
Yes, I'm not a glasses person, and I want my contacts back on.
She has not worn her contacts since.
And I love my shades. Yeah,
that's right. She can't wear sunglasses because she hasn't been able to put her contacts on. I think you wore contacts that Saturday before. This happened on a Sunday, and the Saturday before she ran 11 miles, and I think you took her contacts off that evening, and that was the last time she was able to put them on. She has tried many times, but again, the coordination with her fingers. Yes. I've tried to help and stretch her eyeballs and do this to her, and I can't touch eyeballs. That's just not. I'm not. And she tells me, put it on for me. I'm not touching anybody's eyeballs. You're not touching my eyeball. I'm not touching my eyeball. I'm certainly not touching her eyeball. I'm not doing it. That's just no. I can't do it.
It's only 1 second.
No way. And she's tried it, and she keeps dropping that contact, and I don't know how many contacts we've lost already. So I'm just like, I'll open the eyeball, and I'm pulling her eye open, and she's trying to get and we haven't done it yet. No, we have not accomplished that yet. So, but we're getting closer. Or she's getting closer, because I'm not sticking my fingers in there. Okay, we have a list here of things that she's won. So what's another one? Another one right there.
Tie my shoes.
Tie your shoes.
I did it already,
yes.
But I haven't got it to the point where it's tight.
Yeah. So she has accomplished. Before she couldn't. It was just all me just tying shoes, and tying my shoes, tie her shoes. I was tying everybody's shoes. But I was gonna get her some Velcros. Does Nike make Velcros? Super shoes, Velcros with carbon plates?
No.
Yeah, some racing Velcro shoes. If anybody's
Don't
out
answer.
there, if anybody out there,
no.
If anybody out there knows of any Velcro shoes, do you remember the Velcro shoes from Kmart? Anybody remember Kmart? Am I dating myself? Yeah, some racing Velcro shoes. It would be awesome. so we can get those. But she's tried. But so she actually has accomplished the tying of the shoes. Finally, she got it, but it's just not tight. It's not tight. So I still got to go in there and get them nice and snug so they don't fly off when she's walking. But we're trying. She's trying, but she's getting there. Okay, what's another one? Let's see. Okay, that one right there. How about that one?
Walk without my cane or confidently.
Yeah.
And coming upstairs.
Yeah. So she does walk without her cane slowly, as long as it's a clear path. But it's still something that it's not confident. She doesn't have her balance, full balance yet. But she has done it. But she wants to get to we're trying to get to the point where she's trying to get there confidently and just not even think about it. Right now it's still a little scary at times. Sometimes, especially walking upstairs. She does not go upstairs without me. That's not.
He pushes me sometimes.
Yeah. So she does a lot of it. That's one of her therapies. Just going with exercising up the stairs to strengthen her legs. But yeah, there's no way I think she would make it. I'm not saying she's just gonna fall, but we're not even gonna chance it. So yeah, we don't even want to chance that right now. And we want to get to the point where she's confidently. We don't have to worry about it and going up the stairs. We have rails and she grabs onto that. But I'm always there to help her and push her up the stairs. They trained us with that, and when she was in therapy, I was trained with everything she was doing, and so they tell me where to stand, so in case anything happens, I can jump and get out of the way. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm there to catch. Okay, what's another one?
Straighten my hair.
Straighten your hair, which she has right now. You straightened it out.
I did.
You did a good job, right? Did you do that?
Yes.
You did? Okay. She did. You had Mia over, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't say no.
Well, why not?
No.
We had Mia over, which is our youngest child is our son's girlfriend, came over to help with the hair, to do hair girl stuff and hair stuff, because again it's a challenge. So something. Listen, there's nothing wrong with getting help. So thank you, Mia, for coming over and doing that. And so straighten the hair. What is another one? Here's that one.
Getting dressed,
fully dressed without me.
myself.
Yeah. Again, that with that left hand, there's a little needing some strength to pull some things up, and especially tights and all kinds of things, right? So those are some of the goals, and then obviously this one right here.
Get back to work.
Get back to work. That is a little bit longer goal, but obviously getting back to work and
to drive.
Yeah.
I did the driving most of the time, right?
She did. When we were, she gets car sick, so she always drives. I like to drive, but she gets car sick, and so she drives wherever we go. She drives, and so that is another goal. Driving is a goal, and then obviously get to the point. Back to running. So we want to get to running. We want to get back to running. That's a little bit ahead, but it's part of the plan. But as you can see, these are completely
small goals, but they're big.
They're big goals. So don't complicate your training or your goals or whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Get the help that's necessary. Surround yourself with the right people, and I think you can achieve anything. So along with all these goals, obviously it's to continue her rehab. She's going to outpatient rehab right now, so they're doing a lot of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. As you can see, she sounds really good. She's doing well with her speech, and so we wanted to do this because you're probably thinking, what does this got to do with running? Well, yeah, it doesn't. It does, because it's connected. We're trying to get back to running. But the whole thing about goals is to start where you're at. Where are you in your life, and with your goals, or if they're for running, where are you, and move there. This is where we are. This is where she is, and so right now it's ponytails and contact lenses and tying shoes and things like that. But that's part of the goals to get back to running, and this is where she is, and so we're part of her therapy and her training. Her training has changed from running miles to things like this. When I first, if you can't give me a few minutes, I want to tell you a quick story. When I was young, I used to be a sprinter. I used to run sprints. But then as I got older, I started getting into these long distance endurance running races. And I had a guy who was coaching me. And he trained me for a while. And then he finally signed me up for my first 5K, putting me out there. And when I got to that race, I was really nervous. I was scared, and I was panicking, sweating, and I was just trying to get ready for this race, and then he must have noticed that I was really nervous. So he walked up to me and he said, "Matthew, I just need you to do one thing for me today." And I said, "What is that, coach?" And he says, "If you do this one thing for me, you'll make me proud." And I said, I want to make you proud. You trained me, you've put a lot of time and invested in me, and I appreciate that. So what do I need to do?" And he said, "Just do this one thing for me." And he looked at me and says, "Just beat the guy in front of you." And he walked off. And I thought, that's it. That doesn't seem complicated. Doesn't seem hard at all. It was 500 people in this race. I'm gonna get one. And so I relaxed. I was fine. I was like, oh, that's all he wants me to do today is just beat the guy in front of me. I can do that, but I'm a big picture kind of guy, and so I like to envision what I'm about to do. So I started thinking about me passing the guy in front of me. And again, there's about 500 people in this race, so it wasn't going to be a problem. And then I even thought I'm going to wait till the end, to the finish line where he's waiting for me to pass somebody so that he can actually see me. I thought maybe I'd even pass 2 people and make him really proud of me. And I'm thinking of this. I'm thinking of me passing the person in front of me, just passing them up. I'm visualizing this as I'm warming up, passing, and I hear the song "Chariots of Fire." I feel my hair blowing in the wind. It's my dream. I can dream long hair. I've never had long hair. Okay. So I'm picturing me passing this guy in front of me, just like he asked me. That was the goal, pass the guy in front of you. But then I started thinking, if I pass the guy in front of me, there's going to be another guy in front of me. Yeah. And if I pass that guy, there's going to be another guy in front of that. And if I pass that guy, there's going to be another guy in front of that guy. What kind of goal is this? What kind of coach I got? Now I'm confused. There's always going to be somebody in front of me. And so now I'm nervous again. Not only am I nervous, I'm confused. And so right before the race, I go back to my coach and I say, hey, can I ask you something? He's like, hey, the race is about to start. You should be in the chute. You need to be getting ready. And he says, but I want to make sure, I said, I want to make sure I understand what you said, what you asked me. And he goes, what do you not understand? I told you to beat the guy in front of you. That's not complicated. This isn't, what do you not understand? And I said, but coach, if I pass the guy in front of me, there's always going to be another guy in front of me. And he said, yeah, unless you're in first place. And then he walked off.
Makes sense. That
makes sense, doesn't it? So the goal was first place, but the plan is to beat the guy in front of you, right? Well, guess what? The goal is a marathon, but right now, the guy in front of us is ponytails and shoes and contact lenses and walking upstairs and walking without fear. So that's what's in front of us, and that's what we're working on. So you need to ask yourself, what's in front of you? What's keeping you from obtaining your goals, not just in running, in life, whatever that may be? What's in front of you? And if you could just get that out of the way, there might be something in front of that, but then just get that out of the way. Just focus on what's in front of you and get the necessary help, whoever may be in your life that can help you get through that. We got a lot of help. We're surrounded by people that are getting us. We're not alone in this. We're not alone in this. We're not even, please don't ever think that this is all us and we're just doing this. Yeah, we got all the answers, so we got this figured out. We're surrounded by great people. But there's some things in front of us right now, and we're getting those things out of the way. So whatever's in front of you, get it out of the way, and soon, and if we just get those things out of the way, then sooner or later we're in first place and right where we want to be, and we'll get there. So I hope this has helped you. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your time again. Again, if you can, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it, run with us, connect with us, and we'll connect with you. And let's run together. Take care. Be blessed.